You see, so much of this is rooted in lack of creativity and laziness. What's going on, guys? Nate here, coming back at you with another video. What's going on, guys? Just picked up some fruit, gonna eat it, make this video, go home, edit it, and then put it up. Hope you guys are having an outstanding day, and I know you're just super excited to get into this video, so let's just jump in right now. How to make your Instagram influencer shoutouts more effective in 2018. So in 2016 and 2017, Instagram influencer marketing was easier for a couple of reasons. Number one, the algorithm was not as freaking screwed up as it is now, and it was just much easier to get your content in front of people, but that should not be an excuse for not having effective ads. Another reason is dropshipping is really growing as a community. The word saturated is just another word for I'm not very creative, and a lot of people have just been copying ads and just doing the same thing as other people. So it's really just creating a lot of the same stuff, and people are just being very uncreative and almost just kind of lazy when it comes down to it. They just want to copy what everyone else is doing. So I'm going to show you guys how to be more creative with your influencer ads and have them be more effective and do some things that not everyone else is doing. So we're just going to dive into some basics here. Things that people really should be doing but aren't doing, and things that I think that people might know to be doing but just aren't doing and just need to be said again and drilled into your head. First of all, have a high quality image. I can't tell you how many images I see where you can tell that someone saw the ad, screenshotted the image, cropped it, zoomed in on the product, and then just made their own ad, and it's all pixelated and choppy and just ugly looking. That's just so lazy. What you can do is you can go on Google and find pictures, or ideally, if you really want to go the extra mile, which I would personally recommend, wink wink, right? Buy the item and take your own pictures, or have your friend that's maybe a photographer do it. And honestly, guys, these days with iPhones and the cameras on them, you really don't even need that to just get a really crispy picture. So for example, let's say, you know those bracelets where it's like a little metal molded dumbbell and it's like a bracelet? What you could do is just buy one of those and have someone holding a weight, or even yourself, and just like take a picture, like a cool lifestyle picture, throw some text on there. Or if you buy some sort of vegan necklace or something, like a gold like plant necklace or something like that, you could set fruit around it and then put the necklace down and make a cool background and just put some text on it, something attractive. It's so basic. It really doesn't take any extra work, hardly, or money. You just have to do it. So next, when you're creating the ad, you want to keep color in mind, because certain colors appeal to different people. So for example, men really like the color blue. Women also like the color blue, but they also like the color purple more. And it's pretty much agreed upon between men and women, if you do your research, that brown is one of the least attractive colors as far as marketing goes. Now this video isn't on color theory, and I probably will make a video about that at some point, but just do a little bit of your own research and just do some very surface level, just kind of hunting online, and just see what you can find as far as color research in marketing. Next, you want to pick a font that's going to appeal to the audience that you're trying to market to. So for example, let's say you're selling something to do with wrestling or just something like that. You're going to pick a really rugged font. But on the flip side, if you're selling stuff like makeup products, girly products, you know the magazine Vogue, their logo font, just that type of font look, you're going to want to use a font like that. You just really have to keep all of this in mind, because a great ad isn't just about the picture of the product, the font, the colors. It's not just about one individual thing. It's about one thing, two things, three things that all compound and go together like this and create a great ad that converts. Now let's get into some slightly more specific stuff that I really see people kind of messing up on that could really just kind of not make your ad work. I see some really solid ads, but just everything else as far as the ad copy is just not there. And so the first thing that I really just want to talk about that I don't see many people talking about is you want to have one singular call to action in the description or ad copy or whatever. So you just want to say, click the link in bio to buy. You don't want to say, go follow our Instagram, go follow this and that, enter this code, blah blah, because you're going to confuse people, overwhelm them. And that's just, you don't want to make it too long. You want it to be simple, punchy. It's just, it has to be one thing. Because think about people's attention span on social media. Me, for example, just the other day, I needed to go on Facebook to relook up something for whatever, it was some sort of business reason, but I went on there and I had a notification and I was like, oh, let's see what my uncle said on my status or something. Then I closed Facebook and I was like, wait, I didn't even do what I was planning on doing. And I was planning on doing that. So you just really have to consider that when making an ad. Have one singular call to action, because like I was saying, people's attention span is just like this. And trust me, I don't even have to prove this to you. I think you guys know that that's the case. Just think about how fast people scroll through Facebook. If you see people on their phones, actually watch people do this, because, you know, I'm interested, and I'm sure that you guys, if you're watching the video, you do similar things, because you research customers, you watch people's behaviors on their phones, because, well, you're an entrepreneur. That's just how you are. But I watch people, they go and pause for like 2 seconds at a time. So you really have to hook them with an outstanding, super professional ad, great ad copy, a font that appeals to the audience, and an ad copy that's simple yet has a really great command to action, like click the link in the bio, buy now, something like that. The second thing, this is really crazy. I didn't know that this wasn't talked about very much, because as I'm making these videos, I'm slowly learning that just because something is obvious to me and I do something, that doesn't mean that everyone else knows to do it or would even think of it. So I've been doing this actually for a while, and this is actually kind of like the only way that I've been doing this, just because it just made so much sense to me on a psychological level, just as a consumer, as well as just someone who sells something, you know what I mean? So there's just a lady over there. That's pretty funny. I don't know why I still film in my car. I'm gonna change that soon. But anyway, you want to make it sound like the page that you're posting it on came up with it themselves. So let's just say something like you're selling, let's just go back to the vegan example, because that's a pretty solid niche if you know it well and know how to market for it. You want to make it sound like the page wrote it themselves. So something like, hey guys, this is so cool. We are collaborating with @vegan apparel company to give you a 20% discount today only. Click the link in bio to purchase. See, and here's the thing, like, you don't necessarily even have to link your Instagram account. Some people do, some people don't. I personally, it's really just kind of depends on like a variety of things. So you just kind of have to decide for yourself. So like if your Instagram has like 3 followers and like 2 posts, you don't necessarily want to link it. But if you've been building up your brand and store for a while and you have like 10,000 plus at least like real active followers, then yeah, go ahead and link your Instagram to provide the social proof and all the other aspects. Another tactic that I use that isn't such like a call to action, but more so just like a sales tactic that I like to use that I don't see a lot of people doing. Sometimes I see people putting this like on their Shopify page, but what I like to do is on the influencer page or the page that posts it, I like to say something like, you know, just do the general ad copy, right? You know, really sell people. And then at the bottom of the post, what I like to do is, you don't have to do this to a T. You can kind of like put your own spin and variation on it, which I recommend. Like, that's how I've had success. Once I realized that copying people and just trying to imitate people really doesn't work, yeah, like you can get kind of far with it, but if you really want to take something to the next level or really just like be something, you have to come up with things yourself. So now, I'm not going to say that I was the first one to come up with this. Don't get the wrong idea. But I like at the bottom of the post, I like to say something like 132 out of 160 claimed. Let's say it's like a discount code or something, or a product or something like that. Just something at the bottom that's extra, that's not like an extra command or call to action, but just something to entice them even further. And now I'm only saying this just because I've had personal success with it. It might not work for you. Really, some of this stuff, guys, you really just have to test and assess it within your own niche as well as the influencer. Now, just here's one thing that I just really need to get across. Test everything. Influencers, products, Facebook ads, ad copies, the look of the ads. If you guys notice, if you watch other people on YouTube, which I'm sure you do, because I do too, that's a consistent thing that they say. And I remember when I was first starting out, that's one thing that I noted in my mind. So even people for Amazon FBA and just affiliate marketing, that's a consistent thing, even for Shopify dropshipping, which is actually what I was getting at. But they all say test, test, test. So I was thinking, there must be some truth to this. And upon my own personal experience, it's gonna make you or break you. Like, it really is. Like, people don't test. They just do one product, one ad, one influencer. They buy their domain and say, oh man, like, can't wait to be rich tomorrow, man. This is gonna be sweet. And then they do their ad. It doesn't work. The product doesn't work. The ad is bad. And they're like, dude, like, Shopify's a scam. And they quit and close their store because it's something like 90-something% of Shopify stores close within the first like 1 to 3 months. It's insane. And honestly, like, the people that just don't give up and keep pushing forward and testing and are willing to spend a little bit of their own capital. Now, a lot of people say you can start Shopify with $0, which technically, yes, it's true. But my personal recommendation, I'm just being completely honest with you guys. Have some money to spend. I'm not talking about $1,000, even $500, even like $200 to $300. Seriously, could really just take you from this level to that level, as far as starting with 0 as opposed to like 200 to 300. I promise. Now, the last thing, none of this is going to work if you do not have a good influencer. If you don't know how to assess whether it's a good influencer, I'm going to make a video on that tomorrow. But in the meantime, you can check out other people's videos if you like, but I'm going to make one that's just absolutely really insanely good. And I hope you guys are going to enjoy that one. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this one, because this is the end of the video. So I really appreciate you guys checking this one out. I hope you're having an awesome Friday. I can't wait to post this one, man. These are just getting so much more fun to make every day, and I just hope you guys are loving them. We're just steadily growing to 100 subscribers. You know, obviously 500 is the next goal. 1,000. You guys are just so freaking sweet, man. Like, this community is just all about helping each other out, growing together. Just, if you see someone that needs help, just message them and help them out, because helping someone else doesn't mean that you're gonna lose business or something like that. Sharing knowledge and helping out others is never going to hurt you, I promise. I genuinely hope you guys have an outstanding day, and I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow.